Until this year, Shelton High School had never qualified for the state playoffs. This season, the Gales parlayed a tenacious defense and a strong running attack to capture the Housatonic League title and a berth in the Class L title game. The Gales, coached by Tony Branca, are led offensively by quarterback Keith White, running back Steve Kalovich and John Kearns, and receivers Steve Anderson and Matt Miller. For Newington coach John Lutko, this represents the first trip to the state finals in his 8-year coaching tenure. His Indians had an 8-2 overall mark while tying Bristol Eastern for the Southern Division crown of the Central Connecticut Conference. Newington's wing team offense is keyed by fullback Tom Maslick and halfback Matt Guglielmo. From Muzzy Field in Bristol, it's Newington against Shelton in the Class L state championship game on Valley Cablevision's High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz from Muzzy Field in Bristol for the state Class L title game between Newington and Shelton. Buddy, in Newington, we're going to be meeting a few old friends because you and I, before we started doing the high school football games for Valley Cablevision, we had a chance to see some of these Newington seniors as Pop Warner players against Seymour about 6 years ago. I'm talking about players like Tom Maslick, the fine fullback for Newington, and the Guglielmo twins.
They've been together a long time, and you're right, Edward. Before we made the senior circuit, we did the minor league route, and we started out our first game watching Newington. They're an outstanding football team, and again, they've been together a long time. They played this wing tee offense, and they're very well versed at the wing tee and the benefits of it.
Let's talk about the problems that the Shelton Gales are going to have against this wing tee offense. I don't believe the Gales really see a wing tee offense during the regular season.
No, they really haven't, and there are some adjustments that have to be made. The guards are an excellent key when we watch to where the ball is going to go, but the wing back is very important, and the ability to take that sweep away out of that wing, and also the bootleg and waggle patterns are going to be difficult to handle initially for Shelton until they get a chance to see them. So it's going to present Shelton with a little bit on defense to think about.
All right, let's talk about the problems that Newington are going to have defensively containing this very good Shelton Gale offense.
Shelton's a very big group up front, and they run the ball very hard. They come out of the eye, and they're going to certainly present Newington with a challenge also. Both teams have not had a chance to play each other, but they've seen a lot of film. They've exchanged film. Both teams watched each other during the week, so they're going to have an idea of what to expect, and the better football team is going to win this football game, and that's what this Class L title game is all about.
All right, what do you look for as the key to today's game?
Well, I think the ability of Shelton to handle the wing tee and to control it, and I think the Newington defensive group in handling the a little bit bigger Shelton people, I think, will be a key. Who has a success in that area of the game.
And we'll be right back with the opening kickoff between Newington and Shelton right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone. Moments away from the opening kickoff in this CIAC Class L title game between Shelton Gales and the Newington Indians. Shelton has won the opening coin toss, and they have elected to receive. We're at Muzzy Field in Bristol. An ideal night when you consider it's the beginning of December, an ideal night for high school football. Temperatures in the low 30s, not much of a wind factor. Two excellent football teams set to do battle here at Muzzy Field. Kicking off for the Newington Indians, number 30 is Don Hines. Back deep for the Shelton Gales, Neil Taylor, one of the men back for Shelton, along with Jay Fitzpatrick. That is Chuck Zipkaski with the football, and Chuck moves it out just outside his 30-yard line, and we're underway here at Muzzy Field. Dennis Jackson on the tackle, and let's take a look at that Shelton Gale offense, an offense that has scored 261 points on the season. First down for the Gales, and the ball is marked directly at the 30-yard line. That is John Kearns going in motion, and on a scissors play off the left side, stopped in the backfield. Leading the play for Newington, Don Hines, along with the defensive end, John Rasick. And let's take a look now while we have an opportunity at that Indian defense, a defense that has given up 82 points on the year. They're keyed in the linebacker spot by Tom Talisano, a junior linebacker, and in that secondary, the Guglielmo twins, Matt and Mark. 2nd and 11 for the Gales, just underway from here at Muzzy Field. Kalovich slips as he tried to make a cut, and he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Number 49, Pat DePinto on the tackle. Along with Jason Lamb. So the Gales early, running into a tough Newington defense. Split backs for the Gales. Neil Taylor out to the left side. And Whitey puts it up on 3rd down. It's a completed pass to the tight end, Matt Miller, but it will be short of the yardage needed for the 1st down.
Matt Miller with a great catch on this. As you'll see, his extension is just a quick slant into Miller, as you see him at the top of the screen, just coming across on a little angle. An excellent reception. You can see he's short of that 1st down, brings up a punting situation for the Shelton Gales. Newington, a good job on defense in the 1st series. Playing a base 50, an odd defense. Shelton has seen it all year, so it's nothing that Shelton has not seen. Anderson
is the punter for Shelton. He gets it off. A fine rush by number 21 of Newington. On the other end, Paul Osak on the tackle.
Big crowd here today in this game. Both sides of the field very well represented by the Newington and Shelton fans. Newington will get a chance to take the ball their 1st time, and we apologize for that large stanchion that's in the middle of your picture, but that you'll come in contact with a little bit tonight here from our vantage point.
Ball is at the 36-yard line. Newington's first crack at the football. Delaware wing T offense. And Maslick is the ball carrier, and Brian McGovern, the defensive end for the Gales, on the stop. Let's get a look now at the Newington offense. Quarterback for Newington, the senior, 5'11", 170-pound Brad Doyle. Straight ahead on the 2nd down carry. Scott Glasscox on the tackle for the Gales. Maslick again was the ball carrier.
Let's take a look at that defense for Shelton as we're going to get a measurement here. Shelton is going to be tested very early. The Newington offense, that wing T, is going to give them a lot of misdirection, and they're going to do an awful lot of things with the football. A key is the way the linebackers will react and the ability to key those guards, as Newington 1st down in the first 2 plays of this football game for Newington.
Number 64, one of the tri-captains for Newington, Brian Jackson, 6'3", 220 pounds, senior tackle. Brian, one of the many men for Newington that goes both ways. 1st down for Newington. Quarterback is Brad Doyle, the wing T offensive set. Number 24 with the football, Sean Gray running the football.
Excellent pickup as they came with the sweep, a basic part of that wing T. They run the belly. As they get to the outside, see the guard 53 and the backside guard in front as they turn the corner. Excellent job. He picks up about 4.5 to 5 yards on 1st down. And Newington is going to give Shelton that type of offensive series every time they have the football.
2nd down for the Newington Indians. Gales defense that 2nd down play much better as Guglielmo was the ball carrier. Todd Gossard along with Brian McGovern on the stop.
Motion man will come back. The near back kicks out McGovern right here along with the guard, and then the ball carrier just tucks back up inside close to that 1st down yardage. Brings up about a 3rd and 2 for the Newington offensive unit as they have moved the football here in their 1st series.
3rd and short for Newington. Give inside, that is to the fullback, Maslick. McGovern on the tackle for Shelton, but Maslick, I believe, picked up the 1st down, and he did. Number 35, 5'10", 188-pound senior captain for Newington. Ball at the 43-yard line of the Shelton Gales. First quarter action from here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Inside, the big bruising fullback Maslick, tied up inside by Kalovich from his backer spot along with McGovern. Maslick 808 yards gained this year. Buddy, last year Maslick gained over 1,000 yards, but Coach John Lutko says the fact that Maslick this year is going both ways, that has really cut into his offensive production.
They've also distributed the ball to the other backs a little bit more, but he is a quality fullback, and he carries the ball a lot for that offense.
Gray off the left side out of that wing T offense. Gets down to the 35-yard line. Stopped in the secondary by Dykes along with Anderson.
Again, watch the outside, the sweep. The two guards, 52-53, coming with him as he turns back up. Ball carrier looks for that seam and just tries to pop it as the guards try and lead him through. And that's a big play again out of that wing tee along with the buck trap. And Newington's done a good job with it as they're again faced with a 3rd and short.
3rd and short. This is what they want to be presented with all evening long. And they give it to the fullback, Maslick, for the first down. Glasscox from his defensive tackle spot on the stop for the Gales.
Straight ahead on the belly. Maslick just comes right over the guards, straight up the field, and they are just pushing Shelton back off the football. Big first down again for that Newington offense as Shelton has taken a timeout here. Defensively, they're going to have to make some adjustments.
And with the timeout on the field, we'll take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. A scoreless game. We're in the first quarter of this Class L CIAC title game between Newington and Shelton. Newington on their first possession, moving the football downfield. First down, a pass from the quarterback Doyle. Left sidelines, incomplete. Intended for Jason Sapatka, the split end, and Dykes on the coverage along with Sapkaski for the Gales.
This is just a straight out fly pattern down the sidelines. The ball is just a little overthrown. Sapkaski is there, but the ball was overthrown. Good play on first down as it caught that corner pretty much sitting. First pass for Newington, incompletion, but it's going to give Shelton something to think about in the secondary.
There you see that set in the backfield. That is Matt Guglielmo along with Maslick, and with the football, the wing back, that is Gray. Sean Gray. Sapkaski knocks him out of bounds, but not before Gray has picked up a good gain on second down for Newington.
Gray just outruns Contain here. You see Contain coming up, number 17, misses him, Jamie Dykes, and he just gets around the corner. Very close again to first down yardage on that second down carry, but again, that sweep out of the wing tee, getting to the sidelines and getting about 7 to 8 yards on that second down possession.
Bottom of your picture, that is Sapatka. And that is Guglielmo in motion, and the give straight ahead. Gracia along with Glasscox on the stop for the Gales. Maslick, the big fullback, doing the damage inside.
Maslick just comes straight ahead, the 4-hole between the guard and tackle, and just busts up in there for another first down. Excellent carry. Maslick, a tough runner inside. Tommy Maslick, a senior 5'10", 188-pounder.
These kids from Newington have been running this wing T offense for 8 years now, ever since they were in 6th grade, and it shows it. First down carry down to the 5-yard line. Glasscox along with Dykes on the tackle.
Again, off tackle. Maslick just following his lead blocker inside and getting down close to the 5-yard line. Another first down for the Newington offensive units.
First down, Newington knocking on the door just outside the Gale 5-yard line. Tony Sullivan is checked in at wingback, and the give straight ahead inside across the 5 down to the 4-yard line. The fullback, Maslick.
This offensive drive has eaten up a lot of the clock also, and the wing T is a ball control type offense, and if Newington is able to make this part of their offense the entire night, it's going to be a long day for this Shelton defense. They're going to have to make some adjustments because they're running the base wing T right at them and being successful at it.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line, we'll call it. With the football, Guglielmo trying to swing wide right, and he's unable to do so. Coming up to make the play and meet him is linebacker Kalovich.
Dykes comes in here with a great job containing on the corner. He beats the guard, plays off the guard, and then number 17, Jamie Dykes, just takes Guglielmo down. And that's what has to happen in order to take that sweep away. The corner has to come up. He's got to play off the wing back, and he's got to force that play to the outside, bump him to the outside as Dykes did, and brings up a big 3rd down and goal here for Newington.
3rd and goal. This time, though, the football at the 11 of Shelton, and Doyle puts it up and way over the mark, intended for Sapatka. The coverage by Sipkaski.
Sipkaski was right there that time. He had excellent coverage. They tried to go with a corner route. Good job on coverage, and it brings up a 4th down. We watched Newington in the pregame warm-ups, and Dan Hines, number 30, is an outstanding kicker. They're going to go with the field goal. He's a sophomore, 5'6", 150 pound with an excellent foot. As Newington stopped in their first offensive drive, will try and get 3 points out of this.
Ball will be placed at the 18-yard line, spotted there. It'll be a 28-yarder if Hines converts on it. Gets it up, and it's good. So Newington has gone up on top and have drawn first blood here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Newington 3 and Shelton nothing. Don Hines with a 28-yard field goal.
4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in this first quarter, and that drive consumed about 7 minutes of clock time. An excellent drive. Newington had to settle for 3 points. The big play, Jamie Dykes containing the sweep on the 2nd down. Shelton has had a chance to take a look at that offense. We'll see if in the next possession they're able to make some adjustments. The more obviously you see it, the better able they will be to try and take away the base part of that offense. But Newington, the Indians, did a good job in that first series in moving the football against a very strong Shelton defense.
Hines set to kick off. 4:05 remaining here in the first quarter. Newington leads it 3-0. Coming down to Neil Taylor at the 15. Taylor knocked out of bounds on the far sidelines across the 25-yard line. And the Gales will put the football in play. The second possession of the evening for the Gales. Matt Guglielmo on the stop for Newington. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. Matt Miller sets up as a tight end to the left side. High formation for the Gales, and they give it to Kalovich. Kalovich crosses the 30-yard line. Stopped by the middle of that Newington defense.
Straight ahead on the blast, the fullback leading, and there's Kalovich coming up inside with that tough yardage that he's gotten for Shelton all year. About 5-yard gain for him, and that is the first positive yardage that Shelton has made today on offense. As you look over the back of some of the Shelton football players, and they need an offensive drive here right now to give that defense a little rest.
Second down for the Gales. Kalovich spins off a tackle, tries to get outside, and finally is taken down by Mark Guglielmo, number 37. But not before the Gales have picked up a first down.
Kalovich breaks a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. As he comes into the line here, he's going to break a tackle right here. He's grabbed and then breaks that tackle and goes down the near sideline on the Shelton bench for another first down right around the 41-yard line. Excellent run by Steve Kalovich, the first down for the Shelton offense this evening.
Line of scrimmage is the Shelton 46-yard line. Gales getting untracked here late in the first quarter. Kalovich slides off the left side, stopped by Rasick and Peak, the defensive end and defensive tackle on the right side for Newington.
Kalovich comes on the counter. You see Rasick right there, gets the first piece of him, number 55. John is a 6'1" sophomore. Newington did a good job sitting back, not buying that counter play, and it brings up a big 2nd and 9.
Second down, a give to Kearns. Kearns slides off the left side, picked his way on a fine run by junior fullback John Kearns before stopped by Peak and Hines.
Kearns comes quickly on the inside belly right here and breaks into the seam and gets very close to first down yardage. He's right about at the first down marker, about 1.5 yards short, as you can see there, and it brings up a big 3rd down for the Shelton Gales here.
Ball marked at the 46-yard line of Newington. Late stages of the first quarter, under 2 minutes to go. Newington leads it 3-0. Kalovich tries the left side. Tied up by Rasick, the defensive end, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore.
They're going to bring the markers out. It's very close. As you look at the Shelton side, the orange and black of the Gales. Important measurement right here because Coach Brank is going to have to make a decision. He's around the 44-yard line of the Newington Indians, and he would like to keep possession, and he's not going to have to make that decision as it's a first down by about half of the football.
Tom Talisano also assisted on that last tackle for the Newington Indians, as you get a look at the thousands of people that have ventured forward towards Muzzy Field on this early December evening. Keith White, the senior quarterback, carries out his fake as he gives inside to the fullback Kearns. Stopped by Rasick and Peak. They've been quite active defensively for Newington, along with Sapatka on the tackle from his secondary spot. Line of scrimmage now, the 41-yard line of Newington. 2nd and 7 for the Gales. Operating out of their base offense. You see in the bottom part of your picture, that's Carl Sastrom split out. Kalovich slides off a couple of tackles and finally taken down by Rasick. Along with Tom Maslick, number 35, the defensive ends.
Watch Kalovich come inside here and then just bang off tacklers. As he comes to the line of scrimmage, he's hit right there pretty good by number 21, Zapata, and then just spins off the tackle and picks up a couple more yards before he's finally pulled to the ground by number 35 for Maslick for the Indians.
3rd and short, the line of scrimmage, the 36 of Newington. The Gales on a sustained drive. Flag is dropped on the play. And the indication, delay of game against the Gales.
Shelton is not a good 3rd and long football team. They do not throw the ball extremely well. Although Keith White can get the ball downfield, he does better when it is a non-throwing type down. And right now in a 3rd and about 7, he is facing his first critical 3rd down and throw type situation as the Gales right at that 41-yard line.
If I said Carl Sastrom before, I stand corrected. Eric Sastrom, senior wideout for the Shelton Gales. Play action, White, rolling, throwing, up for grabs. It is a caught pass by the Gales. It was deflected and finally caught deep in Newington territory.
The ball was thrown up, and it was really thrown up for grabs as the Newington player, as you'll see here, has the best shot. They run a bootleg, and then Keith White gets the ball airborne. But right here, the intended receiver, number 82, does
Sastrom.
a good job. The ball is banged and then caught downfield by number 87, Matt Miller. Or excuse me, not 87. Miller tipped it, and it was caught by another Shelton receiver as the first quarter is going to come to an end, and we'll try and figure out who it was.
And we might look at that play again on replay, but right now we'll say we're at the end of the first quarter play. It's Newington 3 and Shelton nothing. Welcome back, and let's take a look at that last play from scrimmage in the first quarter.
You see White coming on the boot. Now, we're so far away from this that your vantage point, believe me, when I tell you where we are, the ball, we are relying on the monitor. There's number 82 who's going to tip the football, and Miller right here, and then it looks like number
45, Steve Anderson.
Steve Anderson is going to get credit for the reception as they're down to the 11.
Thanks for the replays, guy. First down play, and now the action is finally straight ahead of us.
Our vantage point is right on the 10-yard line here in front of the action. And
Jeff Peak along with Buddy with Zapatka on the tackle of.
Kearns came inside on that straight ahead handoff. A little bit of a belly for Shelton. They are having trouble getting the play out of the huddle, as you can see. Formation. They just took a 5-yard penalty. They don't need another one.
Sastrom to the upper part of your screen. Kalovich fighting his way across the 5-yard line, inside the 5 to about the 3.
Kearns comes on the lead. He comes in short motion as they've run a couple of times. This time they just pitched the ball out to Steve Kalovich. He gets down very close to the 3.5-yard line. It brings up a third and about 1.5 yards. As you see the warmers there behind the bench. This football game, though, I don't think very many people are going to spend time near that warmer. It's not that cold, and the action is out on the field, not behind the bench.
Third down, 3rd and 2 for the first down. The Gales could pick it up at the 1. They want to score right here. Whitey is banged at the 5-yard line, trying to set up in that pocket and throw the football. Stopped by Rasick, number 55, from his defensive end position. Fine effort thus far by the Southmore defensive end.
This might have been a draw play as White starts back. He looks to throw, then he starts back up. I think he just felt pressure and turned it back in as Rasick makes the tackle. It'll bring up a 4th down, and Shelton will try and tie the football game up with a field goal from the 11. It'll be a 21-yard field goal.
And they're going to be using Drew Pickering for the field goal from the 11-yard line, and Pickering converts from the 11, so that's a 21-yard field goal. So thus far, a battle of field goals.
Excellent drive by Shelton. They took their football from the 30-yard line down to the 5. Kalovich and Kearns carrying the ball, come away with 3 points, enough to get a tie here with 9:59 left to go in this first half of football. Excellent game here at Muzzy Field. Newington in their first possession, driving the football down to the 11-yard line and settling for the field goal. Shelton in their second possession, going the length of the field and settling for the field goal to tie it here at 3-3. And that gave the Shelton defense a chance to regroup on the sidelines. We'll see if they're able to make an adjustment to try and take away some of that basic wing tee, the buck trap and the sweep out of that wing tee that has been very successful so far here for the Newington Indians.
Kicking off for the Gales, number 10, that's R.J. Rondini. On the other end, that's Matt Guglielmo with the football. And Guglielmo is swarmed under at his 25-yard line.
The intensity level very high as Guglielmo will start toward the Newington sideline, then comes back to the middle of the field, and he's going to run into number 45, Anderson, and a couple of others right here as Anderson gets first hold on him, along with Todd Gossett, who also had a piece of the tackle.
First down, give inside to Maslick, and Maslick powers his way out of that wing tee offense off the right side for a good pickup on first down.
Todd Gossett, 29, had a piece of him early in the backfield, but watch how Maslick breaks the tackle right there and then just bowls ahead for about 7 yards. Excellent first down carry, and that is going to be a very, very difficult problem for that defense if they cannot contain the fullback Tom Maslick.
Hand off inside again. Maslick again tied up in the secondary by Dykes, finally, number 17. 5'10", 165 pounds, senior safety.
It's not a good sign when your secondary are the leading tacklers. Again, Maslick just threw the opening into the secondary before Jamie Dykes drags him down. They're busting through, they're trap blocking, and they're doing an excellent job on the line of scrimmage, Newington, in getting that opening, and Maslick, when he gets that opening, is an excellent ball carrier.
Zapatka split to the top part of your screen. That's Guglielmo, Matt. One of the Guglielmo twins for Newington with the football off the left side.
Trap inside or the fake inside the hole. The two guards getting outside. There's Guglielmo coming up. Two guards doing an excellent job in blocking for that wing back as he comes back to the sweep side. Excellent calls so far by the Newington offensive staff as they're mixing it up and keeping Shelton off balance.
Buddy, let me correct my call. That was Sean Gray on the last play from scrimmage.
Carry again by
Maslick, the ball carrier on the third down
Ball is down to the 43.
play.
This will be a third down as you see 7:39 left to go here in the half. Third and about 4 for Newington. It's the longest third down conversion they've had to try so far tonight.
And we have a third down play, as Buddy mentioned, coming up now. Doyle throwing out of that wing T. It's almost picked off by Sipkaski.
Again, a straight drop back, and that's something that the wing T usually doesn't have, just straight. They haven't booted out of it or waggled, but just a straight drop. He throws, ball is tipped up in the air. Sipkaski almost with the interception right there on the 40-yard line, but it brings up the first punting situation here for the Newington Indians.
The punter is the quarterback, Brad Doyle, standing at his 30-yard line. Second quarter action from here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Throwing out of punt formation. And throwing to Gray for the Newington Indian first down on the near sidelines.
That's something that Newington had to see in the film when they were scouting. Shelton left the outside man wide open. He just went down about 4.5 yards, turns around. The quarterback, Brad Doyle, just takes the ball and throws a strikeout here to number 24 for the Newington, Sean Gray, and he turns it up the field for the first down. Great call by Newington as they are moving now down inside the 40-yard line of the Shelton Gales.
Ball directly at the 40-yard line. Inside, Tom Maslick, the ball carrier. A flag is dropped, a late flag on the play.
Oh, that one came from Norwalk, but it's going to be a face mask, and that comes from the referee who was on the other bench. They come to Maslick on the belly. He is stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage right there. Good job contain, and then as he's dragged down, you'll see the flag coming, and I don't see the face mask at all, but it's going to come in. The referee or the linesman right there does not have a call, and you're going to get this flag coming in from way out in the far sideline. Big call right here as it gives a first down around the 25-yard line for the Newington Indians.
Brad Doyle is the quarterback. With the football, that is Gray, and another flag is dropped from the near official. Todd Gossard made the tackle for the Shelton Gales. Let's wait for the officials to unravel this situation. That's going to go against the Indians.
See if we can see the clip now. The outside man probably coming back would be responsible for, and that may be where they call it right there on 21 as he was coming into the pile. Didn't look like he made a lot of contact, but just enough for the official to call it a clip, and it's going to bring the ball back to the 20, from the 25 to the 40, and bring up a 1st and 25 for Newington, and that will take back that 15-yard face mask penalty that just came on the previous play.
Well, the line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. Newington has it at the Shelton 40. We've had a dandy of a Class L title game for you on Cable 10 Sports high school football game of the week. Sipkaski on the coverage as Doyle unloads the pass that goes incomplete.
This week we're going to give them 2 games of the week. 2 Valley teams vying for state titles. Tonight, Shelton. Tomorrow, the Ansonia Chargers. A lot of Shelton fans made that journey down Route 8 to Muzzy Field as there is a packed house here at Muzzy
brings up a big second down and a lot of yards for Brian Doyle.
Second down, play action. Doyle now running the football straight up the middle, then finally met head on. Number 22, Kalovich. Credit Kalovich with the open field tackle.
At about the 32.
Doyle gets back, a little boot to try and hold the linebackers, and then he ducks up inside here, puts the ball away, and will be met by Kalovich around the 35 right there. Good tackle by Steve Kalovich. Doyle does a good job dragging Kalovich ahead to about the 32.5-yard line. Third and, I'd say, 20, Edward.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Tough vantage point here, but it's about 20 yards. Double pass.
Downfield, incompleted pass off the halfback option. Jay Fitzpatrick on the coverage, and if we can get a look at it on replay.
Jay Fitzpatrick was right with the intended receiver. Again, the sweep type action, and then stopping to throw the ball is Gray. He does a good job, but Fitzpatrick right there on the coverage. Ball is incomplete, and it brings up a fourth down. Newington will take a timeout right here to talk over now their possibilities. They went with a fake punt last time. We'll see what they do this time.
Timeout on the field. Our score is Shelton 3, Newington 3. Welcome back, everyone. Well, Hines is setting up
I don't believe this
for a field goal, but you've got to think that
if they fake the last one, this is 50 yards, 49 big ones.
you've got to think that maybe they're going to be doing something off this,
Yeah,
and they are. That's Gray. He is the backup quarterback. He's throwing it out, and it's picked off by the Gales.
Might have been better at just knocking the football down at that point.
Fitzpatrick on the interception.
Jay Fitzpatrick with an excellent interception. See here the fake. Ball is outside. Gray again on the throw. No chance to complete it as Fitzpatrick right there on the interception. Look at Jamie Dykes with the block behind, and then Fitzpatrick brings the ball back close to the initial first down marker, about the 30-yard line, as Shelton will take over.
That pass was intended for Mark Guglielmo. And a first down play. Kalovich swinging to his right side as he crosses his 30 to about up to the 33-yard line.
Take my hat off early to the Newington Indians. They are pulling every trick out of the bag very early here in this football game. Fake punt and now a fake field goal. They have come to play, and they're not going to go home without using everything in their arsenal.
Pat DePinto on the last stop for the Newington Indians. Second down. Whitey back to throw, and it's almost picked off by Guglielmo. Matt Guglielmo, the intended receiver, Eric Sestrom.
That one never had a chance, as Matt Guglielmo had the best shot. Sandstrom never is close. Keith White took the ball and just threw it downfield on a fly pattern straight down. It brings up another big third and long for the Gales in their offense.
Third down play, the Gales in that I formation. Whitey back to throw on third down, still in the backfield, scrambling, running the football now. Keith White, first down into Newington territory before he stopped by Hines and DePinto.
White came back on the boot to the far side, saw the route was covered, and then will just break back. Here he is on the boot setting up, and then feels the pressure, comes back. Kalovich is going to get out in front of him, throw a heck of a block. But Keith White, we've seen him scramble and does an excellent job getting down about the 37-yard line for a big first down for the Gales to keep the drive alive.
First down for Shelton. Inside, Kearns.
Down to the 35-yard line.
Dragged down by number 30, Hines. Along with Maslick. In your picture, Howie Gura with the headsets on, and beside him, extremely successful first-year coach for the Shelton Gales, Tony Branca. Second down, again, Kearns inside. Buddy, John Kearns almost did not play this football game.
That is a story in and of itself. John Kearns was left off the initial roster that was submitted to the CIAC. They had a meeting that went right down to kickoff time before the decision was reached that John Kearns could play, and I think that decision was a proper one. This young man has played all year. There was a question about liability, so John Kearns is playing and so far has done a heck of a job for that Shelton football team.
Buddy, I have the official roster that was issued by CIAC headquarters, and looking at the roster, and after we were alerted to this, to the controversy, his name was omitted. But I'd have to say that the CIAC has taken enough criticism in the press to not let John Kearns play tonight. I think really would not have sat well with people that know the spirit of high school football.
And I think the initial roster that is submitted at the beginning of the year, and I'm not saying that I know the rule 100%, but the initial roster at the beginning of the year with the eligibility of each player is what counts for the entire year. This was an oversight possibly and should not have been a determining factor in whether the young man played, and I'm glad they decided that it would not be.
And I'm referring to the criticism directed to the CIAC by the forfeitures by that very fine Middletown High School football program.
Right, and the CIAC is the governing body, and you know, you have to live by their decisions, and I think this is a fair decision as Shelton is ready to go now. Third and about 4.5 yards here on the 32-yard line.
High formation for the Gales. Straight ahead. White, who could run the football as we've seen in this game.
It's going to come up short, and it's going to bring up a big fourth and about a yard to a yard and a half here as Keith White just ducked up over his guard, followed his guard for about 2.5 to 3 yards, a little short of the first down, and big test right here for both that Shelton offense and Newington defense.
That Shelton offensive line has moved people out all year long. Fourth and less than a yard. The give to the tailback, Kalovich, behind the blocking of the fullback, Kearns, and the Gales have the first down.
Newington went to a double eagle that time. They kicked the tackles down over the guards and brought the linebackers out over the tackles, you can see there, but Shelton just came straight ahead right into the base of that defense and made the first down. Shelton offensive line, Vincent DeMarco and Osak straight ahead and kicked out and got that first down with Kalovich.
Let me correct myself, buddy. Wrong again on the call. That was Kearns from the fullback spot on the carry. Incompleted pass out to the near sideline to Matt Miller. Zapatka on the coverage for Newington on the first down play.
With 2:15 left to go, the Gales may be able to hold on to this football, even if they do not come away with a score. And I think for Shelton and their defense, that's a big thing. The longer they have the ball, obviously, the less time they're going to give to that Newington offense, and that can be a big part of that Shelton defense.
Kearns goes in motion on second down. Whitey under a rush, now running the football, and knocked down after a pickup of maybe one on the play. White stopped by Tom Talisano along with Pat DePinto.
At halftime for performances by both the Newington and the Shelton High School marching band. Patrons will not be permitted to leave and return to the field at halftime.
Third and long for the Gales, just inside the Newington 25. White on a scramble, being dogged by Peak. White gets it off, incompleted pass, and give credit to Jeff Peak, defensive tackle. The pass intended for Steve Anderson.
White was lucky to get that one off as he was really flushed out of the pocket. He's going to sit back now and look for a receiver. He's flushed out right here, and he just outruns Peak before he's able to unload the football. Does a good job in getting the ball down the field as he very close to getting a completion right there. It comes up a little short, but at least he was around a receiver as he really was running for his life. As Shelton faced with a 4th and about 9 are going to attempt a very long 41-yard field goal.
R.J. Rondini, who has more distance than Pickering. They fake out of it. White, who's the holder, shovels it out to Zupkaski, but the Newington Indians are equal to the task. Number 70 on the special teams for Newington, Ken Caserta on the defensive gem.
We've seen 2 fakes here. This time Shelton looks like the option as White starts out in trouble, comes back. Zupkaski, they make this one up right here. Zupkaski takes the football and is going to be dragged to the ground by number 64 for
captain
the Indians. Brian Jackson, a senior 6'3", 220 pounds, comes up big here with about 1 minute left to go. The Indians are back on track.
Guglielmo trying to get outside, and a fine pickup by Matt Guglielmo, 6 foot, 160 pounds, senior running back. Todd Gossert on the tackle for the Gales.
Outside with the sweep, the fullback inside to hold, and then the guard outside leading around, number 52. Picks up close to a first down. Newington has 2 timeouts. There are 41 seconds left to go. We'll see how they do here in this 2-minute-0.
With the football, number 28 in for Gray at the right halfback spot. Tony Sullivan, the ball carrier.
Sullivan just tucks it back up inside before he's met by Kalovich, and it looks like Gossert right there. Also Brian McGovern. Newington taking their second timeout. They'll have one more with 32 seconds left to go. They've got to get the ball downfield, probably to about the 35 to have any realistic hope. Their kicker, Hines, did kick the ball a long way early in the warm-ups, but they're certainly going to have to get it down. As you see, Aurelio Gracia coming off the field. He has had that bad ankle. Looks to be all right, and they're probably just going to give him a blow here, but he has had that tender ankle, and he would certainly be a big loss at this point in the football game to lose that captain, 6 foot, 200-pound Aurelio Gracia, who has grown since his sophomore year as that middle guard for the Shelton Gales.
When we resume play here, it'll be 32 seconds left on the scoreboard clock. 32 seconds remaining in this first half of play.
I'm not so sure that's official either, Edward. I just saw the referee with some hand gestures to the press box, so I'm not sure whether that is the official time.
First down for Newington. In motion, Guglielmo. Doyle back to throw. Throwing out and incomplete. Throwing it complete to his bench. Intended for Gray, and the coverage out there by linebacker Todd Gossert. Bringing up now a second down. Well, at least our scoreboard clock, buddy, showing here at Muzzy Field 28 seconds. Has to be somewhere in that vicinity. 3-3 game in this CIAC Class L title game. Newington, the co-champions this year with Bristol Eastern of the Central Connecticut Conference.
Screen. Good job by Doyle unloading it. He tried to throw the screen, and Shelton just smelled it out, and they were sitting right at the ends on Gray and Guglielmo. He had no place to throw it. Watch as he drops now. He just drops way back. 37 is going to try and sneak out.
Mark Guglielmo.
And he is covered very well out there. Looks like 89, Brian McGovern, who is sitting right with him.
Along with number 17, Dykes.
And they just threw it away. Good job by the quarterback, Brian Doyle.
Third down coming up. And Doyle gives this time to Gray. Gray's going nowhere.
Good job by Matt Miller playing off the block right at the line of scrimmages. Shelton now may use a timeout. They're going to get a shot here. Could have a shot to get the football. 13 seconds in. Newington going to have to punt. Shelton is not going to take that timeout, and
let's give credit on that
half is going to end.
Buddy, let's give credit to Brian McGovern. Fortunately for both of us, we have young Mr. Chernovitz spotting
and some serious
and
hot water here today.
Helping out the old people here in the broadcast booth. Brian McGovern on that last play, what turned out to be the last play from scrimmage here at the Muzzy Field in Bristol. Our halftime score, Newington 3, Shelton 3. And back with the halftime activities right after these words. We're at halftime here at Bristol's Muzzy Field on this early December evening. And out in the center of the field, that's the Shelton High School Marching Band. Our halftime score is Shelton 3, Newington 3. Once again, the Shelton High School marching band has shown why it is one of the best high school outfits in this country. Shelton High School marching band entertaining the thousands of people here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Our halftime score, Shelton 3, Newington 3. Back with the second half kickoff right after these words. Welcome back, everyone. We're moments away from the second half kickoff in this CIAC Class L title game from Muzzy Field in Bristol. 3-3 is our score. In the first quarter of play, Dan Hines, after a sustained Newington drive, kicked a 28-yard field goal with 4:05 remaining. And the Gales, after a sustained drive, it was their second possession of the football game for them. Drew Pickering got to Shelton on the board with a 21-yard field goal with a 9:59 remaining in the first half of play.
Looks like Scott DeMarco, the junior, has a rooting section. Brought them all the way from Shelton. The junior 6'10", 210-pounder, or 6 foot 210-pounder. If he was 6'10", I'll tell you that'd be the story. 6 foot 210, brought his own rooting section. And that's part of the beauty of this CIAC Championship Series. It's a great night for these young men, and they've worked very hard, both teams, to get here. An excellent first half of football. The Gales ready to kick to the Indians to start the second half.
RJ, squib kick, coming up to one of the up men for Newington. In the center of the field. And RJ on the stop.
Looked like number 30, Hines, on the return. And he does a good job banging off tacklers, getting the ball close to midfield around the 46.5-yard line, as the Indians will open their first possession of the second half, almost in the Shelton Gale territory.
Gray in motion as flags are dropped from all angles.
Newington, they moved on this near side. We're in motion, and it's going to cost them 5 yards as they begin this second half.
Hey, a reminder, buddy, that at the conclusion of the football game, we'll be making the presentation of the Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game Award to the most valuable player. Quarterback is Brad Doyle, 5'11", 170-pound senior. Wing T formation, and yet to get off a play from scrimmage here in the second half.
It's going to go against Newington again. This time the interior of the line picked up prior to the snap of the ball, and that's not the way you want to start the second half of football. Is from a 1st and 10, they're now 1st and 20, backed up around the 36-yard line.
I motioned to Brad to pick out the tackles. He says, hey, they haven't run a play from scrimmage yet. I said, Brad, that's no excuse. Make up a tackle. So the line of scrimmage is the 37, and if my mathematics are correct, it's 1st and 20. That's Gray swinging wide to the left side. Or is it Sullivan that's checked in? We'll have to see on replay. Todd Gossard on the stop. That is Sullivan, 28.
That's Sullivan, and he's going to go wide. Matt Miller does a good job playing off there and gets help from Todd Gossard as they closed off the corner. Picked up about 4, brings up a 2nd and about 16 for the Gales, as there's Pop Shortle on the sidelines. Hasn't missed a Valley game in God knows when.
Inside handoff off that wing T.
They're back close to the first down marker, so it'll be about a 3rd and 10 here.
Maslick, the ball carrier on the second down play. Gossard along with Glasscox on the tackle for Shelton.
Shelton will catch a break here if they can hold. The 2 penalties certainly have created a problem early for Newington. Shelton will get pretty good field position if they can stop them right here.
Out to the near side, Sapatka.
He's got the corner.
Guglielmo. Matt Guglielmo. Brian McGovern on the tackle.
He's going to be a little short. We'll see the strategy now. He has the corner right here. Sukowski way outside. The end is going to get pinned in, McGovern, and he comes around the corner with no one. And that is the threat of that sweep play. When you get that corner with the two guards out in front of you, you've got a lot of running room. Newington faked the last time. We'll see here what Brian Doyle chooses to do, as Shelton this time is going to go out and cover the wideouts. They're not going to give him that freebie, but Newington choosing the punt right here.
And Doyle is the punter, gets off a fine one, and it takes a Newington bounce because it did not get into the end zone. Dykes fielded the football there, and the football will be marked at the 6-yard line, where the Gales are going to take over in the shadow of their goalpost.
Coaches probably cringe, but Jamie Dykes with great presence. The ball bounced over his head. He knew that on the 10-yard line, he's coached not to catch the football. He turns and watches the ball go over his head there around the 10. Now he'll turn to look at the football, says, bounces straight up, and he takes a shot. Does not get outside contained, but gave it his best effort. 17, Jamie Dykes puts the ball in play around the 5-yard line of the Shelton Gales as they begin the first possession of the second half.
High formation for the Gales. We're locked in a 3-3 tie. Give straight ahead to Kearns. Talisano and Peak on the stop for Newington. Talisano, buddy, coming into this football game, the leading tackler for Newington, 92 tackles and 57 solo tackles on the regular season.
Outstanding linebacker. He's only a junior. He'll be back next year for the Indians. That's an awful lot of tackles, 57 solos especially.
Second down, 2nd and 7 for the Gales. This time the captain, they give it to Captain Steve Kalovich, and Kalovich bangs out to the 10. Rasick along with Hines on the tackle.
Shelton would like to convert a first down here. They're 3rd and long as Kalovich is just going to bang up the middle. Kearns kicking out, but Rasic, along with inside help, pull him down for a gain of about 2. It's a big 3rd down here as Shelton will have to punt the football, and Newington will have excellent field position if Shelton can't convert this first down.
Neil Taylor lined up on the as a left split end, and Kearns goes in motion with the football. White, first down Shelton outside the 15 before he's taken down by DePinto.
That's a great call by that offensive staff as they came with a little motion by Kearns, faked that little back trap to Kearns that they ran second play of the game, and then outside Keith White with a great block here by Steve Kalovich. He just handles the defensive end, number 55, John Rasius, and allows Keith White to turn up and get a first down at the 20-yard line. Excellent play call by that Shelton Gale offensive staff as they're 1st and 10 from their own 20. Gives them a little room there, backed away from that end zone.
First down at the 20. Kalovich to the 24.
Carried by Kalovich. And 3 and 23.
Rasick from the defensive end spot. You've heard his name all evening long.
The basic play of that offense today has been that blast to Kalovich with Kearns kicking out at the end. Again, they pull up inside for about 4 yards, and that's right on schedule for that Shelton offense. That 3-4 yards per carry is what that Gale offense needs, and so far they've been pretty much on schedule today.
Second down, 2nd and 6. Kearns crosses the 25, gets to the 27-28.
He's still going.
Tied up there by Brian Jackson along with Talisano.
He pulled ahead close to the first down. He's about 1.5 yards short. Again, watch Kearns on the belly, just straight ahead inside, comes over the right guard, and he'll pull himself forward now for another 3 yards before the whistle finally blows right here, and then he's still not down. He tries for a little bit more, but the whistle had blown dead, and you see the referee, the linesman mark the spot. He's about 1.5 yards to 2 yards short of that first down. Another big 3rd down carry play here for the Gales.
3rd down for the Gales. Kearns goes in motion. The pitch, Kalovich. And it's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot.
From the spot, he's going to, where they're coming in, it may be a little bit short. It's going to depend on the mark. Kalovich with the little motion, Kearns to the outside. Watch Kalovich, see where he gets his forward progress. He's grabbed 2.5 yards short and then pulls right up to that line. Now he's got to get right to the 30-yard line. We'll see the spot. They're not going to give it to him. It's a 4th down.
Back deep for Newington are the Guglielmo twins.
Shelton is going to go for it here. They have not brought the punter in. Big play right here for the Gales.
Here we go, 4th down and inches. I formation, White.
Oh, he's got it.
Sneaks for the 1st down.
Keith White forward, followed that interior of DeMarco, Vincent, and Osark, and they are 1st and 10. A big call for the Gales, as you see pop right there at the line of scrimmage.
Coach
Straight ahead, he just pushes forward. Look at him get across that 30, picks up that extra yard and a half, and he has that 1st down. Keith White with a number of big plays here on 3rd or 4th down for the Gales today.
Coach Tony Branca taking the chance, but he has great confidence in that offensive line. He has great confidence in his quarterback. Well, White takes it again. On the 1st down carry. And with a break in the action and our score knotted at 3-all, let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. Gales on a 2nd down outside their 30-yard line. 3rd quarter action, tied at 3-all. White wants to put it up. Fly pattern. Incomplete. Overthrows Sastrom down the Newington sideline.
Keith White laid that up there very well as he sits back in the pocket. You see Sastrom at the top of your screen just running straight down the field. He lost that up. Very nice touch on the ball, just out of the hands of Sastrom, who had Guglielmo beat down the sidelines. A 3rd and 7. Again, a big 3rd down play for the Gales.
Sastrom split out to the left side on the 3rd and 7 now for the Gales. Play action, and White looking over the middle. It's caught. Anderson, 40, 30, and dragged down from behind by Guglielmo.
We just saw Keith White lay the ball out to Sastrom. It was a little overthrown. This time he put it right in the hands of Anderson as he came on the bootleg. Steve Anderson coming across. See him start right there at the top of your screen, then comes back across just behind the linebackers in front of the secondary. Look at that throw. When Anderson gets the ball, he just takes off down the near sideline. Good block in front of him by Sandstrom, and the Gales are in business right about the 15-yard line of the Newington Indians. Big throw catch by the Gales.
Split backs for the Gales. Kalovich bangs off the left side to the 10-yard line and inside the 10-yard line before he's stopped by Sapatka and Mark Guglielmo.
Blast. Kearns with the solid block on the end. He contains Rashitz and allows Kalovich to get to the outside, down to the 10, a 5-yard gain. There's 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line.
Buddy,
great drive by the Gales.
When I talked to Coach Branca before this football game, he told me that Steve Anderson was the most improved player on the Shelton High School football team. For a young man who hardly played any varsity until this year, he's just done a great job for the orange and black. Kearns inside off the right side. Check that, Steve Kalovich out of the, or was I right the first time? I was right the first time, Chernovitz. Kearns, 27.
Straight ahead on that fullback, belly inside and close to that 1st down yardage. The Gales started this drive on their own 5-yard line. Some key 1st downs by Keith White in this drive, and then that great pass from White to Anderson. They're knocking at the door.
3rd down, 3rd and short, pitch, Kalovich. Finally knifed under, far side of the field. Ball in the vicinity of the 5-yard line, Gale, 1st down.
Kearns on the lead outside. You get a good block from the wide out. That's Anderson with a good block ahead. And it allows Kalovich to get down across that 1st down marker inside the 5. They're 1st and goal around the 4.5-yard line.
That was quite a tackle, buddy, by Dan Hines. He's been outstanding at linebacker, 5'6", 150-pound sophomore linebacker for the Newington Indians. First and goal, as Buddy mentioned. Split backs, Kalovich along with Kearns. Kalovich slides outside towards the goal line. Touchdown, Shelton.
Great run by Steve Kalovich. He would not be denied from 4 yards out. Broke outside on the blast play and just slid around the corner. Hit right around the 3 and then pulled himself into the end zone. A great run by Steve Kalovich. He's done that all year for the Gales. As the Gales go up now with a 9-3 lead here. 3:09 left to go. Watch Kalovich bump outside as Kearns takes the outside man down. He's hit right there, breaks that tackle by number 35 and gets into the end zone. Shelton with the first lead of the football game for them today.
Pickering's extra point is good, and the Gales lead it 10-3.
That is a great drive. Anytime a football team can go 95 yards without a mistake, that is an outstanding drive at any level of football. Most teams, the degree of difficulty of going that distance, very tough. The Gales down the field, key pass from White to Anderson, the big play in the drive, but all throughout that drive, Keith White with some outstanding big 3rd and 4th down conversions.
Early on, of course, in that drive, Buddy, the 4th and inches, the Gales said, hey, we're going to take it on the quarterback sneak, and White picked up that quarterback sneak, that first down rather, and it was deep at that point in Shelton territory.
Being helped up right there is number 21,
Zapatka,
who's had an outstanding day, and it's good to see him get off the field. He was shaken up on the extra point. Maybe just a leg cramp the way he's going off there, but looks like he'll be able to come back in. An excellent drive. Can't say enough. Anytime that any football team can go that distance, just a tribute to that outstanding offense and that outstanding offensive line that have been opening up those holes all day for the Gales, allowing Kearns and Kalovich to get inside, and Keith White with, again, a number of big 3rd and 4th down conversions.
R.J. Rondini to kick it off. End over end. Coming deep.
Tough to pick out the tackle on that one, Edward. There were a number of Gales involved. See if we can get it here. Kick down to around the 16-yard line, and
Mark Guglielmo with
the football, number 37. He will start back up. Banged inside and taken down. Looks like 51 with the, will get the credit for the tackle for Shelton.
Jim Wrigley.
Jim Wrigley will get credit for that one.
By the way, Buddy, that completion from quarterback Keith White to Anderson went for 52 yards. Definitely, along with White's 4th down sneak for the first down.
And his 3rd down run where he ran outside on that little bit of a trap fake inside, came outside. That was a big one because they were down at the 10-yard line, backed up into the end zone. He brought it out to the 20 on that first down of that drive. That was a big play, but Keith White certainly leader of the offensive unit today. As you see, head coach Tony Branca coming off the field, a timeout taken. Newington right now, only the 2nd time they'll have the football in the second half and have to get that offense on track.
That's the fastest I've seen Branca move in a long time. He was sprinting off the field.
When you're up 10-3 in a championship game, you get a little bit quicker as you move.
Brad Doyle is the quarterback. Give inside. Maslick, the fullback. Tom Maslick, just an outstanding player for the Newington Indians. Goes both ways. One of the captains for Coach John Lutko. Line of scrimmage is the 34. Shelton leads it 10-3. Sullivan in motion. Straight ahead on the blast. Maslick again. We mentioned before, 808 yards gained this year. Kalovich on the stop for the Gales.
Shelton has not been able to really cut him off. He is getting his yards. They have done a better job with the sweep, but they have not contained Maslick inside with the belly. And that has been a big part of that second half. Newington has put themselves in trouble on their first drive where they were 1st and 20, and here they have another critical mistake on a first down, 1st and 15. It's very tough for any football team to go 1st and 15 with any degree of consistency and to make those crucial 3rd and 4th down conversions. It's a long way to go as they put themselves again 1st and 15 right around the 35-yard line.
But if I haven't mentioned this before, for our viewers' information, this is the Eastern Board of Officials working this football game. This particular weekend in the state of Connecticut, there are 6 title games, and all the different boards, the officiating boards, are working each of these football games. Inside handoff on first down. Maslick is going nowhere. Tied up by that front 3 defensively, DeMarco, Gracia, and Glasscox. We might remind our viewers too that Aurelio late in that first half had limped off the field, but it looked as if he was not going to be denied in this football game. His final game as a Gale. He's had that ankle problem, back in here and doing a tremendous job at nose guard in the second half of play. No way you're going to keep Gracia out of this football game. Doyle on the rollout.
Good job on contain as Doyle came with the option for the first time, belly option. Gossert in there. See the fullback belly inside, and coming outside is quarterback Brian Doyle looking to make the pitch. Matt Miller gets over there and part of the initial tackle, along with help from Gossert and Novak. Good job by Shelton containing the option. Seeing that play for the first time as it brings up a big 3rd and about 7 as number 21 for Newington is being helped off the field. Zapaka is going off, had an outstanding game. Jason, a senior, 6 foot, 165 pounder. Big 3rd down for Newington.
Ball at their 44-yard line. 3rd and long. Sullivan in motion. Back to throw. Doyle. Downfield. Incompleted pass. It was intended for Sullivan. Far sidelines. On the coverage, Novak dropping back from his linebacker spot for Shelton.
And that's been a spot that Newington has certainly not excelled in today, and that is the passing game. Brian Doyle has not thrown the ball very well, and they have really not taken advantage, again, of the bootleg and some of the other play action passing out of that wing T offense. And it brings up a 4th down, long distance. I don't think they're going to use the fake this time. They've got to put Shelton back, try and get some field position.
Doyle gets it off. It's a low punt, fielded by Sapkaski.
He's got a wall to this side, 1 block. He had the wall to the near side, could not get outside of number 52, who did a good job on contain. Tommy Tassolino, who did a good job containing and closing it off.
Talasano.
Well, Chernovitz and Talasano go hand in hand. Watch Sapkaski right here come to the near side. He needs 1 block to get outside. He cuts back inside as number 81 closed it off, preventing him from getting to the outside, and he just couldn't get to the corner, and Jeff Peck did a good job. As there's a number 1 Gale fan as the 4th quarter is about to begin.
Our 3rd quarter score, Shelton 10, Newington 3. Gales take over to start the 4th quarter play. The line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. Gales lead it 10-3 in its Class L championship game from Muzzy Field in Bristol. Kalovich with the football. A flag, however, has been dropped in the Shelton backfield.
Kalovich got outside on the blast again. We'll see what this penalty is. He picked up about 8 or 9 yards, and it's going to be a big one, 15 against Shelton, and that's going to move the ball back. Gales, if they can get a sustained drive here, would love to take some time off the clock. Any points right now would be very big in this football game. As you see the referee signaling the hold against the Shelton offense. It will be a 1st and 20 now for the Gales as they are backed up about the 21, 22-yard line, 22 and a half.
1st and 20.
We'll knock that pole out of your way, that away.
I formation, the quarterback is White. Kalovich, before he can get a head of steam,
Carried by Kalovich.
knocked down by 30, Hines.
It's great to have a director in the truck that's right on the ball and removes those obstacles from our vision. Kalovich again busting inside with that blast. Picks up about half of the distance on the penalty. It's still a 2nd and 15. The Gales, I think, will be a little conservative right here. They're going to run the ball rather than put it up right here, but this might be a throwing down for Keith White.
2nd down. White unable to get the throw off. Sastrom downfield.
Anderson came back on that. He looked as if he was the guy. You'll see the pitch back to Anderson as they fake the blast inside to Kalovich, then come with the kind of half reverse. Looks right here like Steve Anderson is going to throw the football. He just tucks it away and takes the sack. Bring up a 3rd and about 19 for Shelton here as the Indian defense has stiffened. The penalty, big play in this series, and the Gales are facing a 3rd and very long.
3rd and about 19 for the Gales, just into the 4th quarter of play. White back to throw. It is picked off. Running the football to Pinto, 49.
They took a shot and tried to break down the middle. Anderson is going to come straight down the middle. White will loft the ball up, but right into the secondary, the safety just sitting back in the zone. That was number 27, John Kearns, who the ball was intended for, and then coming back, number 49, will just take the ball back close to the 33, 32-yard line of the Gales, and their defense is going to be tested right here.
It sure is with this wing T offense. Maslick off the left side with the Gale defense up to meet the play.
Carried by Maslick across the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Matt Miller, the primary tackle for Shelton.
This certainly is 4-down territory, so the Gales are going to have to stiffen right here.
Setting that backfield, the fullback is Maslick. Left halfback in the wing T is Guglielmo. He gets the ball, and he cuts back in off right tackle. Matt Guglielmo. Stopped finally by Steve Anderson.
Shelton has improved as you look over Keith White's shoulder. Shelton has improved in taking away that sweep. The corners have come up and played that very tough and have forced those guards to bump outside, allowing that back to come through naked, and they've done a good job closing it off as it's a big 3rd and about 3, as you can see there.
Bottom of your picture, Sapatka. Inside,
He
Maslick.
lost it.
A loose ball.
Shelton is going to sit on it. Number 60 is going to come up with that big turnover, and that is Scott DeMarco. Watch as Maslick comes inside. He's got that tough yardage. He's going to get hit right here. Watch the ball just spin out as you'll see him come around. Here comes the football right there as it's hit on the last hit. DeMarco right in on the pile. He pulls it away from Matt Miller, number 87. And DeMarco's coming out of the pile with the football. A big, big turnover by that Gale defense. They came up big on that series.
First down for the Shelton Gales. They lead 10-3. Kalovich sliding his way through the center of the line. Stopped by DePinto from the secondary.
Carried by Kalovich.
Buddy, once again, we have seen Newington High School plays in the northern part of the state. They play a good brand of high school football. 2 times has Newington come into
Anyone
the CIAC.
who gets to the state finals has got to play a great brand of football. You don't get here by showing up on Saturday and not playing well. You've got to be an excellent football team, and Newington certainly is.
Second down, a loose ball. And let's see if the Gales
Looks
fell
like
on
the
it.
Gales
They did.
fell on it. Keith White is going to recover his own turnover. Gales, even if they punt the football right now, don't want to turn it over at this point on the field. There's the ball popping loose, and White scampering on it, covers it, and it will bring up a third and about 3.5 to 4 yards, as you see one of our cameraman up in his lofty perch there. Excellent job on coverage by our crew, as they have done all year for you.
Third down, the pitch, Kalovich. Finally knifed under by Sapatka, but not before the Gales had picked up an important first down, and that cannot be understated.
Got outside of Maslick on the pitch. Here he gets by Maslick. Maslick will miss him right here, and once Kalovich gets by, he's got Kearns in front of him, and Kearns makes a great block right there to give Steve about an extra 7 to 10 yards as he is up close to the 46, and that is pretty good field position. 47-yard line for the Gales here in this fourth quarter, as they are trying to control the football with 6:50 left to go here in this football game.
I have to stand corrected on that last play. It was the Eric Silver in the secondary.
A lot of corrections here tonight, Edward.
Oh, I've got a bossy spotter.
It's also about 4 miles to the field from where we are, so it's difficult. We're working mostly off the monitor today, so if we're worse than we usually are, it's because of our vantage point. And some days we can be very bad, but today we got a little bit of an excuse. The Gales with an excellent drive going here as they are close to midfield, about the 42.
Second down, look at that offset I formation. Kalovich wanting to throw, and it's picked off on the other end by the Newington Indians.
That was not the play that the Shelton Gales wanted, as Steve Kalovich really threw a wounded duck up into the air, and the linebacker gets under it, circled under that one, is going to come up here as they pitch the ball. Kalovich goes wide. It looks as if he wants to throw right here. He stops, he sets, and this thing goes almost straight up in the air. Linebacker looks like the tackle here, number 7. He makes a great interception right at about midfield, and the Newington Indians are in business with 6 minutes left to go here.
That's the nose guard, Ken Caserta. Sapatka on the reception, spinning his way downfield. A flag is dropped on the play. And we have a wild and woolly one here at Bristol's Muzzy Field. We've got a
It's going to be against Shelton. The penalty flag came in after. It's going to be an extra 5 or 15, depending on how the referee interprets it. But this is a play that I thought they would use a lot more. This is the boot, and they've got the corner wide open here as he just turns out. Great throw, great catch by number 21, Zapatka, and he just turns here, breaks the tackle by Dykes, and now he's on his way. I don't see the face mask, but that's where it's going to be. I don't know where the face mask came from. That's another Phantom, but it's going to be another big 15 against the Shelton Gales as that moves the ball down inside the 20. Plenty of time here, 5:40 left to go as Newington is in business at the 19.
First down. Guglielmo with the football. Gossard on the tackle for the Gales.
Just to give you fans something to think about, it's going to be, if they score, a possibility of a 2-point conversion or a 1-point and play for the Kansas tiebreaker. So if you're the coach, you make the call. as Guglielmo comes outside. Again, the two lead guards as he turns up on that first down. Pretty good job right here of contain as it shuts him off, but Guglielmo tucks back inside for an extra 3 yards.
Second down as Newington tries the other side. Sean Gray takes it deeper into Shelton territory. Steve Anderson on the stop for the Gales.
Coming around is Gray, and he will just outrun people to the sidelines. There he gets around Anderson, breaks the tackle, and is driven out of bounds. About the 10-yard line, it's a 1st and goal just inside the 10 for Newington. Shelton with a quick timeout here as the official on equipment, and we're ready to play about the 8.5, 7-yard line, looks like, Edward. 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Give is to Maslick, and I'm working entirely off the monitor. It took me 3.5 quarters to realize that that's the best way to go tonight. Maslick to the 5-yard line.
Maslick will pick up 2 tough yards inside, follows the lead block of his halfback, and then is dragged down about the 5, 2nd and 5 from the 5-yard line. You see Aurelio Gracia coming off there as Shelton has gone into the goal line. Their goal line defense.
2nd and goal. Give us to Gray. Gray, 5-yard line. Stopped there by Subkaski. Subkaski, the initial
with
hit.
a great job. Closed them off at the 5. Gray, no place to go as they again came outside. Watch Gray come. The guard just doesn't get out. He's caught at the corner. The front side guard does. Good block, but Subkaski comes up strong. Gets help from, it looks like, Anderson as they drive him back. Kalovich in, and it's a big 3rd down right here. 3rd and goal from about the 5. No field goal on this one. They've got to get in.
Maslick spins.
He's going to be short.
And he is shy of the goal line. Kalovich around the football and in on the tackle for the Gales. We've got a whale of a football game.
Watch Maslick just come tough off tackle right here in the lead block of the halfback inside. He's dragged down about the 2. My bet is you give it to Maslick on the belly. I don't think they'll come with the sweep, but it's going to be either the sweep or the belly right here. 4th and goal. 1.5 yards, and the football game resting on this play.
The game on the line. The quarterback is Doyle. In motion, Guglielmo. Maslick.
They got it.
Touchdown, just got in.
Maslick with the touchdown, came with the belly, and we'll see now. You make the call. You can go for the tie. Maslick just tough inside again. The lead block, we said, is either going to go to him or going to go on that sweep. They gave it to their bread and butter. And right now, Newington now must make the decision. You've got a few extra seconds because they've taken a timeout. You make the call. You go for the tie, Kansas tiebreaker at the end, or you go for the win right here with 2:50 left to go. And the coaching staff is huddled on the far sideline. They are trying to come up with either a play for 2 points or to kick that point conversion, go for the tie, and then play with the tiebreaker.
This game.
What would you do, Edward?
I'd kick the 1.
I would too. I'd go for the 1. You got a shot with the turnover. Back Shelton up, make them go the field. If they have to punt, you got a pretty good field goal kicker. You may get one more shot at it. You missed the point right here. Your team is pretty much out of it. I would go for the tie. Let's see what they do.
This game has not lacked for excitement.
And they're going to go for that tie.
Southmore Hines. It's blocked. It's blocked by the Gales. And the Gales cannot score off the extra point block. Brian McGovern with the football.
See where that came from, because that was a solid block. That ball just went back as fast as it went up. But I'll tell you, that is a great defensive stand. Snap is very good. The ball is put down, and he comes right up the middle. Right up the middle. He comes clean. He came clean right through. He was untouched. They had a pull on inside to give him that much. And it looks like it was number 87, Matt Miller, on the block. Great job by the Gale defense.
With a break in the action and the Gales holding on to a 10-9 lead, let's take this quick timeout. Welcome back, everyone. The scene, Muzzy Field in Bristol before a packed crowd. Onside kick. It's batted up in the air, and it's taken by Newington.
Ball is down back where he picked it up. You can't run that, but they're not. You're not supposed to be able to advance that. As Newington comes up with it, a great onside kick. Ball bounced around. Shelton did not cover it. And Newington is not dead yet, folks. They are back with the football, 2:48 to go. Ball is batted up in the air. Newington does a good job in coming into the pile and just forcing that ball out of the pile. Then number 31 picks it up at about the 48-yard line.
Dave Vumbat.
That is David Vumbat with a return down around the 40. And they're going to bring it back because that ball cannot be advanced. It is a recovery at about the 47-yard line of Newington, and they will put the ball in play right there. Plenty of time. They've got their timeouts, 2 timeouts left. They took one just a moment ago to talk about the conversion. But anything close, and they have an opportunity for the field goal. The Gales in their defense right now, the game is going to rest with the ability of the defense to close that offense off.
Line of scrimmage to Newington 47. Guglielmo sweeping wide to the right side, dragged down after a short gain. Matt Miller, the initial hit.
Again, that outside group of young men have come up very well as Miller plays off the block of the wing and then just closes Guglielmo off as he gets outside, forces him to turn back in, gets help from Matt Miller, and brings up a second and about 8. Gales closing off that sweep.
Second down. Doyle wants to put it up. Throwing out to the near sidelines. It is almost picked off by the Gales. Intended for Guglielmo, goes incomplete.
Good play by backside here, Matt Miller. Watch him get to McGovern as he releases the ball. Ball had no shot of being completed. It'll be a big 3rd and 8. It is 4-down territory for Newington as 1:58 left to go. They need the first down here.
Third and 9. In motion, Guglielmo. Play action. Down the middle with the pass. It's almost picked off. Goes incomplete. Kalovich almost had that precious football.
And I'm glad they got that picture because everybody died on that one. Steve Kalovich had the ball in his hands, knocks the ball down, does not come up with the turnover, and Keith White on the sideline says it all for Shelton. He was falling backwards, got a piece of it. Would have been a great catch if he got it. But Keith White right there, and you can see that they are living and dying right here on every play on both sidelines.
You've got to think that if Newington does not convert on this 4th down, the Gales are going to just tuck it away. Hear the chant from the crowd, defense, defense. With the football, Sean Gray looking for some help.
He's going to get a block right there.
McGovern after him. Gray still on his feet, running the football, taken down. And the Gales will have the football. Number 29, Todd Gossert.
He ran a long way to get back to the line of scrimmage. Gray starts to the near side here on the sweep. Looks like he wants to throw the ball from the distance he is coming back. He's going to be cut off. McGovern will chase him. McGovern is going to get knocked off the ball right here, and then Gray will come back close to the first down marker before he is finally thrown to the ground. There's a miss right there. 87, along with help from Gossett. 87, Miller and Gossett are going to get credit. The Gales with the football. The clock is going to run, and if the Gales can hold on to it, they are going to be the Class L CIAC 1988 football champions of the state of Connecticut.
Buddy, I was mentioning before, I was about to mention Newington this is their third appearance for that high school. 79 and 80, they won the Double L title. And this is the first ever appearance for the Gales, and they would like to just hold on to the football for the remaining minute and change and take a sweet 10-9 victory back to Shelton.
Delay of game, 5-yard penalty against Shelton.
Shelton will take those penalties. Right now, the important thing is to hold on to the football and to run that clock. Newington has 2 timeouts. There's 1:11 left to go here. Shelton will have to start the clock, and Newington should stop it.
Whitey just takes the snap from Scott DeMarco and just goes back 5 yards and touches his knee to the turf, and now checks with the official to find out the status of the time, and the clock is official according to crack spotter Brad Chernovitz. Is he ever wrong, Is he ever wrong?
No, and he lets me know anytime I am. He's usually pretty good. He's been around this game a while and has had the ability to watch some pretty good people coach and play, and he's picked up a few things. Thank God his father hasn't hurt him.
One minute and 8 ticks left in this football game, and
it's been a great game. It's been a great game.
That is an understatement.
It's too bad that a play like the block kick has to determine it for Newington, but it has certainly been a great, very even game, and except for that block kick, it could go right down to a tie, and both teams played equally well in this football game. The Gales with that big play and turnover at the end. As they have put the ball down again, it's 1:05. Newington will take his last timeout. A 3rd down now. They will get possibly one chance with the football, as Shelton will have to punt the football to Newington, and they will get an opportunity maybe for one snap, depending on how quick they can get that 2-minute offense on the field.
Buddy, before we conclude matters here at Muzzy Field in Bristol, I'd like to thank the head football coaches from both programs for their cooperation during the week preparing us for this football game. Tony Branca, the Shelton Gales, John Lutko of the Newington Indians, and also to thank the athletic directors at both schools, Jimmy Bonanto at Shelton, and over at Newington High School, the athletic director, Don King. 2 fine representatives from their different leagues. The Gales, the Housatonic League champions this year, 9-0 record, 9-1 overall coming into this state championship game. And the Newington Indians, 8-2 on the year, 6-1 in their league. They were co-winners with Bristol Eastern. As we wrap things up, and White takes another snap from center.
And while we get a chance, our information is that Todd Gossert got the block on the extra point, and we want to give credit to Todd for that. That is a big play in this football game, obviously, with this 10-9 score. The clock will run down. Shelton is going to have to kick it, but they're going to probably take one more penalty before they do. As you see Todd Gossett right there, man of the moment. The Shelton Gales will have to punt. Newington will get possibly one play again, depending on their ability to get that 2-minute O on the field.
And there's the flag dropped on the field, and there's the indication delay of game. Coming right up, by the way, after this football game, Class S championship action as Ansonia takes on New London.
Is that game in Southern Connecticut? No, I lost my check on that one.
I want to know who received the check. I certainly didn't.
Big play right here, special teams. Newington is sending everyone.
Anderson is the punter.
And that is a break for Newington because that's going to stop the clock. It's going to give them 19 seconds. Their offensive unit will get on the field without having to rush. They will have maybe three plays here. They need to get down around the 30-yard line for the possibility of a field goal, which would be tough unless they can get out of bounds, but this game is certainly not over yet. Newington has come back. Their quarterback, Brad Doyle, the senior 5'11", 170-pounder, needs to hit one big play right here, and they will be in business.
Doyle back to throw, cannot get the pass off. The Gales swarm all over him. Aurelio Gracia.
Ball was knocked out of his hands. He went to throw the football. It goes an incompletion, but it gives them, again, another shot with 13 seconds left to go. Great pressure by Shelton inside. Watch him come now as Doyle will sit back in the pocket. First man to get him is going to be number 54, Aurelio Gracia, with the sack on quarterback Brian Doyle. Second, again, they need a big play.
Also in on that play defensively, standout also, Matt Miller. Doyle unloads downfield. It is almost picked off by Jamie Dykes. He wanted to run with the football before he had it.
Jamie Dykes was off and running before he looked the ball in. Doyle's throwing into about a 7-man drop. Dykes right here comes up. It hits him right in the numbers. He does not hold on. 8 seconds left to go. This could be the last play. As you see on our clock, it's 10-9, 8 seconds, fourth quarter of this CIAC playoff game here at Muzzy Field.
The Gales are playing a truly prevent defense. Miller,
That's
Matt
gonna
Miller
be it.
in on Brad Doyle, and this game is history. The Shelton Gales have won it. They have won the Class L state championship game here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. The final score, Shelton 10, Newington 9. Back with the presentation of the Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game Award right after these messages.
Field in Bristol. Our final score in this Class L title game. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Shelton Gales 10 and the Indians of Newington 9. And on behalf of Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clemens saying goodbye, everyone, and stay tuned for Class S state title action between New London and Ansonia.